Hello and welcome to the first of our exciting vlogs about Etrusco Road Trip Italia. Kind of just made that up on the spot, so hopefully that will stick. Now the plan was to have a beautifully crafted, beautifully presented, beautifully shot first look at the Etrusco T6900DB that we were supposed to be taking on this trip. However, in the spirit of all the best road trips, already things haven't gone quite to plan, and the beautiful motorhome that we were meant to be taking, we discovered had been damaged quite severely by the person who had used it before us, so it was rendered unusable. Instead, Etrusco have given us this, which is the T6900DB. That means it's 6.9 meters long, and DB means it's got the double bed across the rear. So without further ado, and before I fill it with all my essential equipment, I thought I'd give you a quick tour of show you the motorhome while it's still empty and relatively clean. Alright Diggs, should we do that? Are you excited about the road trip? The first thing I have to let you know, folks, is because of the last minute switch, and this is not Etrusco's fault whatsoever, this is a 2018 German spec van. So it's last year's model. This particular van is over a year old, but it's better than no van. When we finish the 2-week road trip, I will be able to update you with all the spec that's changed and all the design features that will have changed for the UK 2019 models. Oops. So you can see the gas locker is actually inside the garage on this particular model, and there is a light in the garage, and there is a mains socket in the garage too. And this particular garage has a door on both sides. Now this garage does not have a weight plate in it. The one we had before that we couldn't take had a weight limit of 150 kilos. This one has the Omnistore on the side, and we have a reversing camera. So as I say, when we finish our time with the Etrusco T6900DB, I'll be giving you a full review of this van, and we will go through some of the changes that will be made both for the 2019 season and also for the UK models. As you can probably guess, it is a Fiat Ducato, and this particular one has the 130 bhp engine. And without further ado, let's go and have a look inside. First of all, it's an electric step. Now there's 2 O's and a hashtag missing off that. It should be hello, not hello. Oh well. So this is the brown upholstery from last year, which is eminently practical. Eminently practical indeed. We'll start at the front and work our way back. Above the cab is a sunroof, obviously with a blind, and some shelves all the way around. I shall look forward to filling those with my essential camping equipment. And look at this, folks. Cup holders! Yeah! Hurrah, hurrah, hurrah! So you can have the lockable box if you really want it, but I prefer cup holders. 6-speed gearbox, obviously automatic is a cost option, and this one has entertainment system and reversing camera, as we saw outside. This is a neat touch here at the table, a couple of little USB points, and below the table is a main socket. We have a little underfloor compartment here. I think that's going to be Dougal's bed for when we're on site. This is not a travel seat, obviously. Above that, a magazine rack. Above that, a cupboard. And it's at this point, folks, I just have to tell you that this particular model is fitted with the optional drop-down bed. But obviously that does affect the storage options in the lounge. It does decrease them somewhat. Next to the door, storage here for your shoes. That's just neat as well. A little handrail. Now this I really love, which is the Dometic 3-way fridge freezer, and it is enormous. Enormous makes it enormous. And it's got a separate door for the fridge and the freezer, of which I highly approve. Here is your kitchen, and I do believe that UK models will have a combi grill oven under the cooker. So there's your little kitchen, and above that is a meaty Shaky. And then we step up to the bedroom. There is another floor storage compartment here, and in there is the frost protection dump valve for the Truma combi heater. And speaking of the Truma heater, the controls are here just under the bed, and you can see it's the old-fashioned control. It's not iNet ready. So in the other van we had, which was 2019, it was also like this. It was not iNet ready. So I'll have to check on that, folks, and get back to you when we do the final review. Here's your shower, and it's got quite a neat door arrangement, so it folds out to give you a little bit of extra space during the daytime. It's the double bed. That's obviously going to be my bed. Turning around. Sizable wardrobe, so you've got 2 shelves here and then hanging space here. And then across the way is another cupboard full of shelves, so lots of storage to fill. I'm sure I'll manage it. And finally into the washroom, and you'll see that the door closes off to the rest of the motorhome. There's your toilet there. And then of course you know what's coming, folks. Hello! Sorry. So there you go. Now what's worth bearing in mind in all these models, that you can only really use the loo with the door closed to the rest of the motorhome, which means you are in view of the bed. Now there is a privacy curtain in all the models. There was in the single bed model we had. As I say, we didn't even get to move into that one, but we had a good look round. So just be aware that when you use the bathroom, if there is anyone else in the bedroom, they will be treated to, well, we'll just leave it there, shall we? They'll know what's going on. So there you have it. This is our Etrusco T6900DB. It's very, very nice. But like I say, this is a 2018, and this is the one we're going to be taking on the road now for a 2-week road trip to Italy. And then when we finish the road trip, I'll give you a full review of this motorhome, tell you what it's like to live with, and tell you of all the updates that are going to be made for the 2019 UK models. Right. Time to get busy. Okay, well that was quite a long afternoon, putting all of my essential equipment into the Etrusco Motorhome, but what's really impressed me is how well it has swallowed all my stuff. So before I wrap this vlog up, let me give you another little tour of the motorhome now that I've got all my essential equipment stored and how much space there is in this motorhome. Right, so starting here in the garage, and you can see I've got my bike and all my kite surfing equipment, and at the other end I've got the deck chair and my crates. There's a shelf there to put all your bike equipment and stuff, electric cable, kitchen roll there, adapters here, and then I've left this clear to get to the gas locker so I can isolate the gas when we're underway. But I can smell gas, so something is not quite right. I am going to show you what to do if you smell gas, but yeah, I can smell gas in here. Right, so what you do if you smell gas is you get some washing up liquid, put that in a receptacle. Right, then dilute it down with a little bit of water. And we'll go back out to the gas locker. Right, so what you do is you basically put the water either with a brush or just directly pouring over the joints and check for bubbles. Don't see any bubbles there. There is another connector there. Let's try that one. Oops. Aha. There we go. Can you see that one, folks? 'Cause there's not much light in here. Oh yes, that's bubbling away nicely there. So that's how we know where the gas is leaking from. Let's see if I can tighten up that nut and stop those bubbles. Okay, I've given that a tighten. Now let's chuck some water on it and see if that has worked. Phew, no more bubbles. Excellent. Right, we shall continue with the tour once I've wiped up all this water. Okay, well, I'm glad I checked that gas locker. Into the rest of the motorhome, and you can see it's just room for loads of stuff. Some electricals up there. There's my shopping bags in there. I won't go through every cupboard, but you can see I've got the jars there. I'll wrap them in kitchen roll, so hopefully that will stop any rattling. The washing up I've got to do before we go. But there is just loads and loads of room. Got me, yes, there's some Dura there. If I want to get desperate, I might need one of those tonight. The bin's there. So I've put my camera bag there because obviously you wouldn't really want food near where you stored the bin. But you've got loads and loads of space here. Just loads and loads. And even down here under the fridge. And up here above the fridge, that's doggy stuff there. I've got clothes in those cupboards there. This is the arrangement for Dougal's, so this strap is secured to one of the bed mountings, and then Dougal will be clipped into his harness so he can chill out on the bed fully secured. Then this will be my wardrobe, so I've got laundry down under there, and then there's two shelves here where I've got more equipment, camera equipment and stuff. So, right, I got to wash those couple of pots, get this little puppy strapped in, and then it's time to hit the road. Italy, here we come. Okay, well, I hope you enjoyed that tour of our Etrusco T6900DB. As I said, be aware this is a 2018 model, so the 2019 will be different. So we're off to Italy now for a couple of weeks, and then at the end of that tour I'll do a full review of this motorhome, tell you all the good points, all the bad points and all the niggles. That gas leak was obviously a lack of thorough preparation here at the depot, and that might be to do with the fact that the original motorhome we were meant to take had to be withdrawn at the last minute, and they've pulled out all the stops to get this ready for us, and maybe they did it just a little bit too quickly for us. But anyway, no harm done. We've got that tightened up and fixed, and time to hit the road. I hope you enjoyed this. Please stick with us for the rest of the vlogs from the Italian road trip. A huge thank you to Etrusco UK, who are sponsoring these vlogs, but they are not interfering or influencing the content whatsoever. And as ever, thank you to watching. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, you know what to do. Give us a thumbs up, subscribe if you don't already. It just leaves me to say from Dougal, who's very excited. And from me, thanks for tuning in. Are you excited about going to Italy, Dougal? You're excited? You excited about going to... He never smiles.